Hello, hello, hello. This is your host, Sahar Andrade. And today we are talking about, can leaders still be human in an AI world? Short answer, yes. Long answer, this is what we are going to go through right now. So let's be honest. The AI headlines are getting louder. AI now records your Zoom calls. The US government just launched an AI hub for public service. Your chatbot remembers more about you than your best friends. It's kind of true. I'm not going to deny that. But if you're feeling both fascinated and a little freaked out, you're not alone. But here is the truth. AI will never replace your humanity, at least not yet. Just kidding. It will not replace your humanity. It reveals where your humanity was actually missing. So again, welcome to episode 3 of AI Cafe Conversations, season 2. I'm Sahar, the AI Whisperer, and today we are unpacking 3 things. What are the latest AI updates and what do they mean for leadership? Why being human is still your biggest advantage, and a lot of people are not even using that. And how to lead with clarity, connection, and courage in the age of automation. So first, let's have a real talk about the latest AI moves. Here is what's new. Zoom now lets AI take meeting notes, summarize action items, and even suggest follow-ups. That's helpful, but also that's visibility. AI is now your silent participant. So how you show up and how clearly you communicate matters more than ever. So as we all know, Zoom has companion AI. You can use Fathom, you can use Otter as well. But now even ChatGPT is adding something or an extension that you can start recording Zoom as well for the same purpose. It's not out for everyone yet, but we are getting there. The second point that I want to discuss today is that the US government has launched the AI.gov hub. It's a centralized place for public-facing tools, education, and ethical guidance around artificial intelligence. This means AI isn't just in Silicon Valley or private industry. It's becoming part of how we govern, how we teach, and definitely how we serve. These are not just updates. These are signs that leadership in 2025 requires a whole new language, a whole new awareness, and new emotional tools. So let's talk a little bit about, you know me, I love neuroscience. So let's talk about the neuroscience, insight, safety, and visibility. Here is what the brain actually craves during uncertainty or uncertain time. The brain will crave predictability, meaning, and connection. When tools like AI start making decisions, your job as a leader is to recenter the human experience. And guess what? Only you can do that. AI cannot do it for you. So what does that mean? It means that your voice matters. The tone of your emails matters. The clarity of your thinking matters. The emotion behind your feedback matters. AI can't replicate that, but it amplifies whatever you put in. So the question becomes how to lead with AI without losing yourself and without losing your soul. You can do, for example, this prompt right now. You are my leadership guru. Help me write a team email that sounds clear, supportive, and proactive about using AI tools during our next project. You want to kick it in a higher gear? You can say, you are my empathetic and compassionate leader. Help me write a team email that sounds clear, supportive, and proactive about using AI tools during our next project. And I need to remind everyone, writing a prompt, writing something in the box and getting a response is not magic. It's not proficiency in using AI. It's how you prompt your prompt that is proficiency. That's why it's called prompt engineering. Garbage in, garbage out. And unfortunately, more than 70% of the people that think they are great at using AI are just using it as Google search. They're using it as a calculator rather than using it as a super duper powerful computer. So just remember that. The first thing that you put in a prompt is give it a context, giving a role. So use the result that you're going to get from that, then tweak it. Add your human story, because no one can have your story. No one else, even other human beings cannot have your story. So add your human story, your passion, your emotion, and your feelings in that. That's what AI is for. Just to co-pilot with you. Not a puppet master, but it cannot replicate your emotions either. There is another prompt that I'm going to give you that can help you as well. I would say you are my leadership, or you are my leader project manager. Give me 3 leadership talking points I can use to calm fears around AI adoption during a department meeting. You want to kick it in a higher gear? You can say, you are my change management consultant, team builder, and compassionate leader that specializes in public speaking. Give me 3 leadership talking points I can use to calm fears around AI adoption during a department meeting. These are tools that support your emotional presence, not replace them. I actually have a name for my chat GPT, and I call her Bella. So what I want to share with you that I actually, I'm finalizing a book about human intelligence and artificial intelligence and how they can cooperate. We're not competing, we are actually cooperating. So I used Bella as a name of a coach in the book throughout 13 chapters. That is the arc of the story, that we see her progress from where she was to where she is. And I call it Bella's Mirror. So I'm going to share with you a moment from the book. And the book is called, by the way, A Coach's Brain Meet AI. So this is a moment from the book at Bella's Mirror. So in our upcoming book, and I'm going to tell you why I call it our, right? There is a moment where Bella, our mirror coach, realizes she has been emotionally absent with clients. Not because she didn't care, but because she was stretched thin, scattered, and trying to keep up with the tech. Once she let AI handle the noise, she could finally listen more deeply. She stopped scripting. She started seeing. That's the real power of AI. Not what it gives you, but what it frees you to be. This is a new model for human-centered AI leadership. And this is what I believe in, the human-centered neuroscience of leadership. At the end of the day, we are all human beings. And once we start treating each other as such, leadership, team building, even regular life will become a lot better. So here is how I define what's human-centered, the new model of human-centered AI leadership. Use AI to enhance clarity, not control. Let neuroscience guide emotional regulation, not just reactions. Anchor your communication in truth, not tech trends. When you lead this way, your presence becomes magnetic, because in a world of noise, people follow what feels real. Some prompts or some ideas that I want to, or questions that I want to ask you. Where are you outsourcing your confidence to tools instead of trust? What part of your leadership feels more replaceable? And what does that tell you? How can you bring more emotional intelligence into your next AI conversation? I want you to reflect on those till our next podcast. I just wanted to do a short podcast today to bring you these new ideas. And let me share that with you. You're not late. You're not behind. You're not disappearing. AI is not going to take your job. People with AI skills will take your job. It's time for you to start sharpening these AI skills. Remember what Stephen Covey said, always sharpen your soul. Always learn something new. AI is here to stay. It's not going to go away. You are evolving with heart, with tools, with purpose. If this episode stirred something in you, subscribe to the show. You're going to be helping me as well. You can also grab my free 10-minute AI setup guide in the show notes. And stay tuned. Please share it with your friends. Share it with someone that needs to hear that. This is a non-techie AI podcast. We're not talking about tech and only prompts, but we're going to be talking about the neuroscience of AI and how it influences leadership. People either talk about leadership or talk about AI, prompting, or tech. I marry both because this is my background and I love it. So stay tuned because our book, and in the next episode, hint, hint, I'm going to explain why I'm calling it our book. So stay tuned because our book is coming and it's unlike anything you have read about coaching, AI, and reinvention before. I promise you that. I'm going to have a free pre-sale till July 22nd. I'm going to put the link for the sales page into the notes of this podcast. If you have any questions, you can always email me at Sahar, SAHAR, at saharconsulting.com. If you want me to talk about something in specific, if you have questions, please enter them below. Next episode, you wonder what it will be, right? We will explore how to sound smart in AI meetings, even if you're still learning. And yes, it's going to be juicy. Till next time, I can wait to see you next week and share with you the journey that I'm going through for the book. I hope you're going to like the idea. I'm going to share a little bit of it, maybe even an excerpt from it next week. Love you all. I'll see you all next week.
1,